morning, Jays. Today is Wednesday, September 21st, 2011. I'm Tom Cackley.
And I'm Hannah Knapp. Stay tuned because your KLHS TV News starts now.
A slightly different show today featuring some current Liberty news. For a full list of announcements, please visit the Liberty High School homepage. Before we get to today's stories, here are a couple important announcements.
Are you thinking of a career in teaching? Then FEA is the club for you. Come join us. We meet the last 3 Thursday mornings of every month at 7 a.m. in room 610. The next meeting is tomorrow. For questions, please contact Ms. Schaefer. FCA will also be having a meeting tomorrow at 7 a.m. in the gym.
Students, Reed Photography will be in the cafe during lunch tomorrow to distribute your school pictures. Please stop by their table and pick up your pictures if you placed an order. International Club will be meeting in room 101 after school today. Make plans to attend.
The softball and swim and dive teams put on impressive performances last night. Let's send it over to Sydney Triplett with your Blue Jay Sports Report.
What's up, Jays? Last night, the softball team bounced back, beating Ray Peck by a score of 2-0. The Jays go 15-2 on the season. Tonight, the team will take on Blue Springs at home. Tonight is senior night, so come out and support all the seniors on the team. Also last night, the swim and dive team put a number on Park Hill, Kearney, and Liberty North, beating the Trojans 172-133, the Bulldogs 214-79, and beating the Eagles 193-91. This brings the Jays to a perfect 11-0 on the year. Individual winners include Code, Marnell, and Witzke in the 200 medley relay, the team of Karandi, Code, Carico, Witzke in the 200 free relay, and Shane Witzke in the 100 free. Tonight, the soccer team will head to Oak Park to take on the Northmen. The Jays go into the game with a record of 6-2, looking to add another win. That wraps it up for today. We'll bring you full results tomorrow.
Earlier this morning, Royals ace starting pitcher Luke Hochaver visited Shoal Creek Elementary School. Hochaver walked students to school and answered questions from Mrs. Armstrong's second grade class. This event was a part of the Royals Charities, which Hochaver is very involved with.
Yeah, it's the challenge, the YMCA Challenger program that benefits mentally and physically handicapped kids in the greater Kansas City area and gives them the opportunity to play sports and do other activities that able-bodied kids are able to do. And so you know, it's a charity that I got into because of Mark Tien, and then when Mark Tien was traded, I kind of stepped in and took over for him.
If you want more information about Royals charity events, visit the Royals website, www.royals.com.
Nikki Moore was a teacher at Schumacher Elementary. Her daughter Marley's fight against cancer has been a courageous battle and an inspiration to the students, teachers, and staff of the Liberty School District. Darcy Nixon and Nichelle Posey have the story.
Marley is 3.5 years old. She, about 2 years ago, August 7th, she was diagnosed with a brain tumor, and she had a partial tumor resection. Because of the size and the location of her tumor, they're not able to remove the whole thing. It would just be too dangerous because it's resting on her brainstem.
Marley went in for surgery. The odds were stacked against her. She came awake the night after the surgery, which was such a blessing and a miracle. And then later that night, they found out she had a stroke, which paralyzed her right side. I think there were a total of 15 words that she knew that were totally wiped away. So she, as soon as they could, she had to regain and gain her strength back. Anything from her speech to moving to feeling normalcy again. It's been pretty amazing.
To stay walking around, and she lost all her speech, so to see her communicating is such a blessing, and so she has that on top of her cancer.
Although Marley got past her hospital stay, the Moore family still tends to her special needs in their home.
Once she kind of got past that hump of her hospital stay, which was from August to October, is how long she was in the hospital. And the days that she got to go home was amazing. But then when she came home, Nikki and Brent had to learn how to take care of her at home. So whether it was chemo or treatments or therapy, it all happened at home.
Marley doesn't eat much by mouth. I mean, not hardly at all, and definitely not enough to keep a healthy weight. So she gets fed through a feeding tube that's in her stomach. It's called a Mickey button, and so every night and at nap time she gets fed through her tube.
Whether it was random calls or organized fundraisers, Liberty has been behind Marley both financially and emotionally.
The community of Liberty has just been so amazing and just rallied behind us in so many ways through just, when she was in the hospital for 2 months, we had dinner every night brought to us from Schumacher families and coworkers, and some people we didn't even know. There's been lots of other little fundraisers, and people just have been so kind and generous to us, and we're just so blessed to be a part of that community, even though we don't necessarily live in it. We feel like we do.
People were calling, people were emailing, and people were just wanting to help. And it was a time when Nikki and Brent needed the support of those around them. We have had 3 walks, 3 5Ks called Miles for Marley, and we will start to have the 4th one. We'll start planning for that in the spring. And then we've had 3 garage sales, and we have those 2 items have brought in a lot of money for the medical fund, which was definitely created for the Moores to use how they need it during this time. And again, watching that number continually increase because it's needed.
Marley Moore brings joy to all she comes in contact with. She continues to shine as the outgoing 3.5-year-old she is, and our thoughts are with her as she persists against her fight with cancer.
And of course, now you see her today, and she is just beautiful. She is sick, but by looking at her, you would never know. She's happy, and she's beautiful.
You can smile. Oh. She started this real new cheesy smile.
Our reporters finished this story at the end of last week. Marley went in for a scheduled MRI yesterday. It is with heavy hearts that we must share the results of this latest test. Marley's tumor is very large and located at a sensitive part of her brain. The treatments she has received thus far have been ineffective. At this time, they will stop all chemotherapy and additional treatments. Hospice will now take over her care. Marley's Aunt Jenny updated their blog yesterday with the results and also shares these words. Please let Marley's life continue to change yours. Hug your kids tonight and be thankful for the moments that they make you want to scream. Take the small worries of the day, the ones that seem so large, and throw them out the window. Be grateful for every little blessing. If you would like to make a donation to the Moore family or find out more about Marley, please visit her Caring Bridge blog at www.caringbridge.org/visit/Marley Moore.
Our thoughts go out to the Moore family during this difficult time. Thanks for tuning in today. We'll see you back here tomorrow.